be a sponge, and then bring the juice.
By focusing on your improvement, by focusing on your progress, and eliminating any fixed mindset that you may have and acts of perfectionism, then you encourage your own mastery.
On some level, we do what we want to do 24 hours a day. Now, sometimes it may not seem like that, but if I'm choosing to work instead of sleep, what I'm actually saying is keeping my job is more important than sleeping.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of getting beat. What can I do to get over this hump? So mentally, that's when I kind of put that forefront, like, hey, it's either all or nothing.
I like to put failure in quotations because I don't believe that failure is true failure if you're looking at it with the right mindset.
The truth is, the journey to greatness is hard. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes focus, and every day you have to decide what you value, what you want to pursue, and what you want to achieve. And if you dig deep enough, if you push hard enough, we all have what it takes to be great. Welcome to the Edge of Greatness. Hello and welcome to From the Edge. I'm your host, Charles Schultz, and it is game week, baby. Let's go. We are 2 days out from the start of the Edge of Greatness Summit. And I'll tell you what, I've been busting my butt. I've been working really hard. It's been stressful at times. It's been fun most of the time. But, overall, the one big thing that I really appreciate about this is the deadline. I was thinking about this the other day, and I was thinking about how as we're getting closer and the pressure's building to make sure everything's ready, everything's done, everything's prepared, I love the pressure. I want the pressure. I perform better under the pressure. And maybe that's part of the old athlete in me. Maybe that's just the way I'm wired. But I want to believe that's human nature. I think we do better with deadlines. I think we do better with pressure. I think we do better when it's getting into those moments that the end is near and we have to perform. So what I'm wondering is when was the last time you set a deadline for yourself? When was the last time that you chose that I'm going to get these things done by this time? Not a boss giving you a project, not a homework assignment, not a test, not a game that's on your schedule if you're an athlete. But when was the last time you set a deadline? When was the last time you chose that these are some things that I want to get done and this is the date that it's going to happen? I'm wondering if we all decided to spend more time putting deadlines on ourselves, putting pressure on ourselves to perform, how much more we would get done. I think that's an interesting thought, and I think that's something that we should probably explore more. I'm sure there's science out there that talks about the value of deadlines, the value of pressure. But on here, I like to just speak from personal experience most of the time. I'll throw some stuff in from things I've read, things I've learned. But in this particular instance, what I want to do is I just want you to start to figure out how you best perform. Because again, I don't think everybody performs best under the pressure. Some of us are designed to perform very well in practice. When it's a low pressure situation, when we can explore and try things and fail without consequence. Me personally, I loved the spotlight. I wanted to be in the big game. I wanted to be in the big moment. And I think that's why I like when there's a deadline. I like when there's a little bit of pressure to get something done. I like when I feel some level of stress. If it's too stress-free, if it's too carefree, I don't think I'm going to perform very well. Ultimately, that's something for us to decide and figure out and determine how we best grow, how we best perform, what's going to get our best outcome. So, as you walk watch some of these videos, which I hope you've already subscribed to the Edge of Greatness Summit. But if you haven't, as you watch these videos, how will you apply the knowledge for yourself? You know, one of the best things about these events is you're going to get all kinds of information. But one thing that I've learned over time is that we are going to have to decide how we apply the things we learn. Not everybody can do the same thing the same way every time. So while I love the pressure and I'm going to continue to look for it, you need to decide how you best perform and what's going to get you the results you want. So I hope you're having a great week. I hope you guys are excited about the Edge of Greatness Summit as much as I am. I am looking forward to it. Go set some deadlines for yourself and see what happens. You know, I'm approaching one of mine and I'm feeling pretty good. I've got a few more things to wrap up, but the details are, you know, always the last things to get ironed out. So let's make this week great. Let's go get after it. And as always, guys, keep reaching for the stars. Fall flat on your face, but remember, whenever we fall, always get up. Thank you for joining us today on the Edge of Greatness podcast. If you haven't yet, please take a minute now to subscribe and review our show. Join us again next week as we continue to dig deeper into the key components of greatness. The path to greatness is never linear, so remember to keep pursuing greatness no matter what. Keep stretching your abilities, reach for the stars, and fall flat on your face. But remember, no matter what happens, whenever we fall, always get up. Until next time, I'm Charles Schultz, and this was the Edge of Greatness podcast.